In this vlog, I'm going to be talking about something that it's not particularly exciting, but it is something that I do use every single day. And I ordered a new one last week, and it finally got here after it taking way too long. It's not expensive. It was about $25 for both pieces, but I can safely say that I do use it every single time I pull the camera out. And it is honestly, I believe that if you have one of these and it's good and you do invest the time and money into getting the right one for you, it can make or break your experience using a camera. With that, I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, consider subscribing and leaving a comment if you found this. If you are thinking about getting this specific tripod. Okay. Yesterday we shot a wedding, and we actually got done at 8. Which is a rarity. Normally when we're shooting weddings, we're not done till like 10, and on top of that we also have a commute of like 30-ish minutes, but the commute yesterday was, I think it was 7 minutes, which was nice. If you watched yesterday's or the last video that I posted, then you know what I'm talking about. And I actually got a new little setup for this Pocket 3, which I'm pretty excited about, and I'm going to talk about in this video. The main reason I got this guy was for things like this. Right now you're sitting on one of these things, and normally I would use this to hold you up, but because I got the little tripod that just folds out, I don't have to do that, and I can get shots like this, where I can get nice walking shots, and I don't have to worry about you tipping over because it's a tripod. And I'll explain why I ended up going with this tripod, because there's a lot of different accessories for this camera, but I think the one that I got, at least for me, is probably the best one that you can get, at least for the way that I shoot and the way that I like to use this camera. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. There are very few pieces of gear that I'm really excited about when I get them, and this one is one of them. In Hawaii, Savannah told me that she wanted a plant that she's never been able to get. It's the plants that they use to make the leis out of, the white flowered leis. And while we were in California, I actually found out that they did, in fact, sell them there. My mom said that she could actually, if we bought one, since they're driving from California to Tennessee, she can actually transport it for us. So I ended up purchasing one, and now we're looking for a pot for it, because it came with like a plastic pot or something like that. I don't know if we're gonna get one here though, because they're kind of expensive, but we're at least getting an idea of what she actually wants. Maybe we'll look somewhere else for. That's kind of expensive, right? We stumbled across this thing that it says that there's some kind of pizza fest going on. At first I was like, no way, no, but the fact that it's on the baseball field and it's unlimited food, we're looking up how much the tickets cost. Also, as we were walking by, we saw there was an Italian guy in a truck that drove up and was asking, like, he said that they're part of the Pizza Fest in his Italian accent. That kind of sold it for me, but it's mostly the unlimited and being on a baseball. That's really cool. We're not doing the pizza thing. We actually found a new acai place that we're gonna try. Prices weren't too bad either. Savannah found this thing online. It's basically an online auction where they buy a bunch of things that are returned on Amazon. It's literally in this warehouse, and we're picking up whatever she bought. She actually got a couple of Christmas presents for some family members. I tried to see if there was camera gear, but there's no camera gear. At least right now. They get like random drops. It's literally, they'll buy pallets from Amazon or whoever, and it's just whatever's on the pallet is what is for sale. Did you find everything? No, you found one thing. So we need the second thing. Yep. The Christmas present. Yep. That's actually for me, which I'm pretty excited about, if I'm being completely honest. From everything that I understand, you're given an aisle and a bay when you buy the item, and you pick it up yourself, which is currently what Savannah's doing. I actually really appreciate this stuff. There's a story behind it. Personally, if I can have story, I used to have one of these. I loved this thing until it broke. It just randomly broke one day. kind of bumper. If you've watched my videos for any length of time, then you've probably noticed that one of my favorite things to do for talking heads especially is to have the camera actually sitting on something. I think holding the camera and walking around with it does have its place, but it can be really disorienting, especially if it's not stabilized. And because of that, I always just sit the camera down for that reason, and also I think it's a very satisfying way to talk to camera. It's really easy to like be able to focus on one specific thing that's moving, which is me, instead of the camera and everything else being shaken around. And my one complaint with the Osmo Pocket 3 was there was no real way to stand the camera up. What I was actually doing before the tripod was I was actually just wedging it into the case it comes with and kind of hoping that it doesn't fall over. But since I got the tripod, it kind of feels like I'm able to set the camera up like I would normally with videos, and I think it's making the videos a lot better and more easy to watch. The camera does come, if you get the creator combo, it does come with the tripod, but the tripod that it comes with isn't really my favorite because it's kind of big and bulky, and for me, the whole purpose of this camera is to keep it as small and compact as I possibly can. Mostly just because if I'm getting something, if it gets too big, then at that point I might as well just carry my A7S III around, which does in fact have a superior image. It's close to this one, but the A7S III is still much better. The house right there, I'm pretty sure a couple of months ago I remember it actually having people live in it, and none of the windows were boarded up. It's a recent thing. When I found out, I was kind of shocked because it seemed like the house was completely taken care of, and it was just such a drastic jump from that to the house being boarded up. We're on a walk right now, by the way, if you couldn't gather that. We got home and actually put together some of the stuff that we bought at that little outlet thing. And the stuff works. It's used, or it was used. So I had to clean it up a little bit, but it does work pretty well. It's mostly running stuff, so I don't think it's very interesting to people other than me. Alright, I wanted to show you what the tripod actually looks like and what actually comes with it and how to actually make it work for your Pocket 3. So with it installed and everything else, this is what your Pocket 3 will look like. The little tripod right here just kind of sits down here, and honestly it's about the size of the grip that comes with the Pocket 3, not the extended battery, but the other one, and it gives you like just a little bit extra of a place to put your hands. And like I said before, you can literally push down, spread out, and which is really nice. To take it off, you just push and pull like you do with all the other Pocket 3 accessories. There is a charging port, so once you plug this in, then you can just charge it from this little USB-C plug. And that's about it. It's super small, super compact, but what it allows you to do is, it lets you it's a tripod that's attached, and it's just not very big, which is what I really liked. Now, this is actually technically two pieces. You have to buy two things. You have to buy the tripod itself, and then the this little adapter basically it allows you to strap the 1/4-20 tripod on to a base plate. And this is what the boxes look like. This is just the tripod, and it's pretty small, and it even has a little diagram right here on how to install it. It's really robust. Like, you actually had to get like a Allen wrench and screw it in, and you can't unscrew it because there's actually a couple of stakes that you install in here to prevent the tripod from rotating. It's all metal. It's not metal, it's aluminum. And because of that, there's a sense of robustness that I really do appreciate with it. And I think because of that, this is probably the best accessory that you can buy for your Pocket 3, in my opinion. Today we actually had to do a couple of errands, but we had to get some work done beforehand, and one of the things, besides filming what you just saw, talking about this little tripod, is I had to do some editing for photos. That's something that I really don't talk about, but that's a large portion of what Savannah and I do, is editing. it's just not very exciting to film, and it's not very exciting to talk about, which is why I don't really include it very often. But all that being said, now we're doing a couple of errands. One of them is actually us voting. If you haven't voted, you should. Again, I will say I love this tripod. Like the fact that I was able to just put you on one of these shelves and not have to think about it. That's amazing. Yesterday, Savannah and I did something unthinkable, and it kind of was a mark in a different. It was a turning of a page into a new chapter in our adult life. Yesterday, when we were at Costco, both of us bought our first piece of clothing from Costco that wasn't pajamas. Like, as you could probably tell, this was bought from Costco, and Savannah bought a sweatshirt. It was just really good quality, and it was cheap. It was like $15 for this and $15 for hers, but hers was on sale, so it was more like $12. I can't tell you how many years I bagged on Costco clothing, and now I think it's funny that I'm now purchasing or shopping at Costco for things like clothing, not just 6 pounds of beef or whatever people buy it at Costco. I don't buy 6 pounds of beef at Costco. If I had one complaint with this little tripod thing that I bought, and it's not even a big complaint, and I understand why it's there, but if I did have one complaint with it, actually, let me go on a run, and then I'll tell you why I don't like this. Honestly, maybe I'll just tell you on my run. So the thing that the one issue that I have with the tripod is it has a 1/4-20 screw on the base plate that goes into the actual camera, and the problem is there's no easy or fast way to unhook the 1/4-20 tripod from that base so that I can hook it up to like a longer tripod, like the Insta360 selfie stick. So if I want to use it like I did in the shop before my run, I have to unhook everything and plug a separate base plate adapter that goes into the Pocket 3's charging port. It's a small thing, but it is something that I wish was a little bit different, if I'm being honest, and if I had to find something negative about this tripod. Today's my easy run, and because of that, I decided to bring like the whole Pocket 3 thing. Normally I wouldn't, but I wanted to be deliberately slower, and a good way for me at least to be slower is to bring a camera, because then I'm occupied doing something else besides just running. It's the only way that I can figure out, for me at least, to keep a steady pace that's like nice and easy and isn't going to completely tire me out. Also, the fact that I can take this on my run, nothing wrong with my phone, but this with like a mechanical gimbal, it just looks so much better, especially for something like running where there's a lot of bouncing. So after all this, would I actually go out and buy or spend the money again to get this tripod when if you buy the creator combo with this whole bundle and everything else, you technically do get a tripod that I would argue is more stable, it's lighter weight, and it doesn't cost you any extra money. The short answer, I would definitely buy this one 10 out of 10 times, every single time, and it's mostly just because of the size and the convenience of it. To me, when I'm buying something like this, then I am going for a convenience factor or certain level of convenience. And if I can get something like this that's smaller, lightweight, and is metal versus plastic, I'm gonna go with something that I'm going for something that's going to make my life as easy as it possibly can be. And even though this is like $25 and this is free, the fact that this is plastic, it doesn't feel as high quality as something like this. If I want to bring the legs out, then I have to manually kind of push them out like that. Versus these, they just they're like spring activated or whatever. And there's just I mean, just look at the size difference between the two. There's clearly a big size difference. So yes, I would definitely buy this again, even if like for some reason this tripod does end up breaking or whatever. It's only $25 and I'll just be more than happy to buy it again. And that's if the whole system fails. If just one of these fails, it was like $10 or something like that. So with all that, do I think you should get it? Yeah, I think you should if you want to stand your Pocket 3 up and you do value keeping it small and keeping it in your pocket, because with this whole thing, when you add it to the Pocket 3 with the additional quarter 20 thing, then it starts to not become a pocket camera. It starts to become a normal camera like this, what I'm shooting on right now. And to me, that kind of just defeats the whole purpose of keeping it small. If you're interested in checking this out, I'll try to find an Amazon link. I actually had to go through Ulanzi's website, which wasn't very intuitive, and it kind of took forever to get here. But now that it's here, and despite the whole annoyance of the shipping and everything else, I would still recommend this. That's how good this product actually is. Okay, with that, I'm going to end this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you know of any other kind of accessories I should get for the Pocket 3, please let me know down in the comments. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, I got this new microphone. Well, I got my own. I've been using a friend's for a while, and I just made the commitment to buy this and the whole system. I'm thinking about making a video about it. If you want me to make a video talking about this guy and what I actually use it for vlogging, let me know. Yeah, anyway.